here with Garry Hills Motorsport VE Commodore for the 3-day 2022 Bunnings Trade Perth Super Night. Garry raced the supercar in the Dunlop Super 3 Series Cup with 2 practice sessions, 2 qualifying sessions and 2 race rounds. The car runs a 280/680/18 Dunlop Sportmax tyre, which is handmade in Nagoya, Japan. Depending on each race, Dunlop supplies anywhere between 20 and 36 tyres per Championship Series car. Dunlop Series cars are equipped with 8 tyres per race. The tyres were put through an extensive testing program by some of the sport's top drivers and is Bathurst 1000's most winning tyre. Dunlop supply control tyres in 2 compounds. The hard and soft compound tyres used in recent seasons were replaced by this soft and super soft, with an all-new construction for the first time in nearly 20 years. Unlike in Formula 1, teams are not given much choice over when they can use them. The tyres are dictated by the rules of each event. At some, teams are given an allowance of both and can run them at any time in the race. Other rounds will only use one compound. All drivers qualify on the same compound. All supercars are powered by a 5-litre naturally aspirated V8 engine running on E85 ethanol. Ford, Holden and Nissan each have their own engines, and the engines must match the body. Holden used something called the Holden Motorsport V8. The origins of this engine are unknown, but it's more than likely a small block Chev, although some sources claim it's a Holden 308. There is also a generic LS-based V8 supercar engine developed by Craig Hastad, although it's never been used. The engines have a 7,500 RPM rev limit. Engine parity is achieved through cumulative horsepower. Power is measured at 50 RPM intervals between 5800 and 7450 RPM. Hillsy, a local to Wanneroo Raceway, was the man of the moment through the weekend, with his consistent performances seeing him score 3rd outright for the round, as well as winning the Super 3 Cup class as well. Hillsy also claimed the Super 3 Cup class over multiple class champion Jim Policina and former overall winner Chris Smurden. Supercars run a control chassis designed by Pace Innovations with a carbon Kevlar body shell resembling a 4-door sedan sold in Australia. The bonnet and lights are the only parts taken from the road car. All supercars run a Control 6-speed Albans ST6 transaxle. Supercars is one of the few professional championships using a sequential shifter and clutch pedal. Barbagallo Raceway is a 2.4 kilometre motorsport circuit located in Neerabup, approximately 50 kilometres or 31 miles north of Perth in Western Australia. It was built by the WA Sporting Car Club. The circuit was originally known as Wanneroo Park, and the first race meet took place in March 1969. Initially, the major race per year was a 6-hour Le Mans style race for sedans and sport cars, known as the 6-hour Le Mans. However, as interest dulled in that event, production car racing took over as the major race type. Tough and tight, the Barbagallo circuit, formerly known as Wanneroo Raceway and now Carco circuit, runs clockwise and features 7 corners. Top speed down the straight is 252 km an hour, and average speed around the track is 157 km an hour. The track was resurfaced in 2004 and initially gave very good grip. However, as the years have ticked by, the surface remains a difficult one for drivers and engineers alike. Passing opportunities are generally limited to turns 6 and 7 under brakes, while the passing winds generally blow onto the track circuit to make life a nightmare for teams and their tyres. Teams may build their own chassis or buy one from a third-party supplier. All teams build their own chassis or buy them from AAA. Pace Innovations supplied some teams with the chassis in 2013 but haven't since. The chassis are Supercars' intellectual property and are not allowed to be built outside Australia or leave Australia without Supercars' permission. The Commodore uses 60 litres of ethanol per race, which works out to around 200 litres over the weekend. SportMax Control is the name designated to the hard compound option control tyre. SportMax Sprint is the name designated to the soft compound option control tyre. This tyre, as requested by V8 Supercars, has been designed by Dunlop to be significantly faster than the hard compound option control tyre, 1.5 to 2 seconds per 60-second lap, but with a much shorter lifespan, approximately 80 kilometres. Tyre pressures run at 30 psi hot. A controlled double wishbone rear suspension setup is used by all cars. Teams are free to design their own front suspension, but it must be a double wishbone design fitting the chassis pickup points. Teams can also choose their own shock absorbers from one of the 3 approved suppliers: Sachs, Supershock and Ohlins. Sachs were previously the dominant supplier until ProDrive switched to Supershock in 2015 and started winning every race. Walkinshaw have since adopted Supershock shock absorbers. Engine vitals are controlled by a Motec engine management system, tuned by Mike from WA Racing Developments through the PI data and power distribution modules. The brakes are another control item supplied by AP Racing. ABS is banned, but brake bias can be adjusted by the driver during the race. In recent years, 888 adopted a brake bias control mounted close to the steering wheel, allowing their drivers to quickly adjust it between corners. Traditionally, teams have used a lever on the floor next to the gear shifter. Front brakes on the Commodore are 395mm rotors with 6-spot calipers, and the rears are 355mm rotors with 4 spots. Supercars run limited aerodynamic aids consisting of a simple front splitter and rear spoiler. Aerodynamic parity is closely monitored. Aerodynamic tested is conducted in December at the East Sale RAAF base whenever a new model is introduced or a team wants the parity reassessed.